what's going on, guys? I'm going to be going over how to get this CyberXero theme going on Xero Linux and how to transform Plasma from its pretty much default environment into a tiling window manager-esque setup relatively easily. I do have here a repo. Do just need to update my btop here, and then it'll be ready for you guys. We're just going to delete that directory. Then we can, come on. Upload file, we'll just drag that there. Yes, I am going to be working today, kiddo. Alright, that's pretty much all you got to do. The first thing we're going to do is you're going to come here to my repo, and you're just going to download the source code, download zip, and then you'll extract it in your downloads. But before you do anything after that, you're going to look up KDE rounded corners. We'll go here. Now I have the CachyOS repos installed, so I won't need to use the yay-sqt5 tools because Cachy has Qt5 tools packaged. I guess the main Arch repos don't. Obviously I'm doing this setup on vanilla Arch and not Xero Linux, but the process is going to be exactly the same. We got that. Now we can come over here to the build command, copy and paste it. It's weird. And then now you can get these, the panel colorizer and curve, you can get directly from the KDE store. I just build it from source because I'm weird. You're going to want to make sure to do these. The curve and panel colorizer have the same dependencies, so you don't need to install anything extra if you're wanting to build from source. And there we go, those are all installed. Now we're going to go and we're going to open settings. You're going to want to set up shortcuts for closing windows and stuff like that. You know, whatever makes you comfortable. Great. Never mind the commentary. That's what. Oh. All right, and then moving on from that, you got to minimize window. And I'm probably, let's see. Now all you have to do here is you just have to go to, if you want to set up specific commands to launch specific applications, all you have to do is hit add new and then hit application. And then like I just typed out kitty. And then we have kitty. So if we want kitty to launch, I'm just going to hit meta/return. And then this is going to give us a nice shortcut to open kitty. And then if I want to do dolphin, now we're going to do another add new application. And And there we go. So we now have keyboard shortcuts set up. We've got all our stuff installed. Now all we need to do, all we really have left to do here is we're going to Oh, you know what? We do need to set up a shortcut for maximize. Forgot that. Been on Hyperland and excellent. Alright, so now we've got our keyboard shortcut set up. You don't have to, you can be more extensive, less extensive. I set it up to be more similar to like what my shortcuts are in Hyperland. I've kind of expanded. I find, generally speaking, you can just as easily like set up keyboard shortcuts for overview, minimize, maximize, close window, and full screen, and that usually is enough for a pretty decent experience. Um, Now I'm going to do a couple things for like keyboard. We're going to keep it so numlock is turned on because that's something that irritates me. We're going to do desktop session, and we are going to start with an empty session, and then okay. Another thing we need to move over. You want to take CyberXero colors. We're going to copy that. We're going to go to we're going to go to home. We're going to go to local. We're going to go to share. We're going to go to color schemes. We're going to drop that in here. If you don't have a color scheme folder, just make one. Kitty and btop, of course, will be in the fast fetch folder. Will be dropped in your .config folder, your hidden .config folder, right in here. And then K1RC. Did I not upload that either? Jesus. And then you're going to be taking K1RC, Plasma-org, KD, Plasma Desktop, Applets RC, and those three are going to go in your config folder as well. But you don't want to put those in until you've gotten everything set up and ready to go. So what you're going to want to do next is we're going to want to go to Desktop Effects, and then I'm going to turn off Blur because Blur's been causing me issues with recordings. We've got rounded corners. We don't need to set any of this stuff up. And then we're going to go to and then we're going to go to KWin scripts. We're going to hit get new, and we not surprised. I'll figure something out. Hold on. We're just going to install Cronkite. I'm also going to add this to my repo. I mean, it's another project of mine, but I'm going to add it so for your convenience, so you don't have to go to my other page. I'm going to download this other KWin script called Kyanite. And you're just going to, for Kyanite, I don't have it uploaded to the KDE store, so you're just going to have to download. It'll be in the repo for the theme, so it'll be in the zip that you download. But basically, you'll just want to hit install from file, and then you're going to find kyanite.kwin script, and it's going to import it. We can go ahead and enable that one. And then from there, all we have to do is we're going to delete this panel. And we're going to take those three, we're going to copy those. Then we're going to go to into .config. We're going to find their equivalents already installed. We're going to just K1RC. So it looks like we don't even have a KWin rules one yet because we haven't made any window rules. And then we're just going to copy, and then we're going to paste. Now when you reboot, I'm not going to, obviously it's not going to be showing this video because I'm going to have to log out. But if I post the video, you'll know it was successful. I have done this before, so I do know that it works. The only thing that you'll have to do after this, because once you do this, everything's going to be set up. Panel colorizer is going to be pre-set up for the theme and everything else. Cronkite's going to be active. All the setup for Cronkite that is going to be set up to my specifications. Pretty much the only thing that's going to be left for the user to manually do, and I will go over this before I end this video, is because I can't seem to figure out where exactly this is stored. If anybody knows, wants to let me know so I can incorporate that too. If you want to hide your window title bars, which I do because it kind of detracts from the whole thing, what you got to do if you want to keep your borders, which I do, oh hey, reset. It refreshed it, so well, refreshed my KWin because it probably added it to my K1 RC or something. Anyway, yeah, so you'll just want to you'll basically have to manually set up your overrides. So if you do that, you'll go to Window Decorations, then you'll basically go to Window Decorations, hit the little Edit button, hit Add, Detect Window Properties. You can just click on the window, or you can type out the window class if you know it. And you'll just hit Hide Window Title Bar, and that'll do that. You will, of course, have to, I do believe, switch over your colors and your window decorations and everything like that that you want to do if you want to have the proper color scheme, of course. Plasma window decorations, um, all that stuff like window decorations. I stick to that. On plasma style, I usually go with gently color plasma, but you can always go with something. Um, you can always go with like marble. Anyway, yeah. So you'll basically have to configure all that stuff. But once you do, and all your rules and stuff reload, everything will be set up how you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you get it set up. To how I set it up really quickly, I added the repo to make it really seamless, so you don't have to do all the manual setup that I used to do, and to make it easier for me to reset up my plasma setups. So that is pretty much all there is to it, and I will talk to you guys later.